So welcome, Jo, to our good practice. And if you'd like to introduce yourselves and start your presentation.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for inviting me. So I'm Jo Hutchings. I'm the coordinator for the SAFER programme. I know there are a couple of people here that I already know and that are even already members of SAFER. So particularly lovely to see you. For those that don't know what we do, hopefully this will be a bit of an introduction. And for those that already know us, hopefully this will be a bit of a refresher. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. Is that sharing okay for everybody?
Yeah, that's fine, thanks.
Lovely, thank you. So this first slide, this is my visual representation of history. So I just wanted to tell you really briefly about the history of the SAFER programme. So we're not new. We've been around since 2003, although we have had different titles in the past. So next year we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary. When we were originally set up in 2003, our primary aim was to support staff and volunteers working with children, young people and families in the non-statutory sector. So those groups, they've always really remained at the heart of what we do. But although we've stretched beyond that now, voluntary and community groups are really the kind of heart of SAFER and probably make up the majority of our membership. We are a members-based organisation, so at the moment we have 579 members and are still growing, and we would still welcome more. We sit under the Norfolk Safeguarding Children Partnership, and we're endorsed by them. And that's a really important and valuable endorsement to us. It means a number of things. It means that the training and the advice that we're producing is endorsed by them. You know, they signpost people to our training. It's a really important relationship. As I say, we've got 579 members at the moment, and they come from a huge, vast range of organisations. So we've got parent and toddler groups, theatre groups, faith groups of all sorts of denominations, holiday camps, you name it. I'm always like continuously surprised at the types of members we have. We don't turn anybody away as members. And members can be groups or individuals. So we might have counsellors and childminders as an example of individuals who have joined us. We offer our members a number of different services, which I'll go into in a minute. And we also offer a variety of training courses on child safeguarding. As well as what we offer to our members and the general public, we're also commissioned to deliver a number of different courses for Norfolk County Council. So we train foster carers, we train some children's services staff, and we train a lot of early years staff as well. And again, those are all really important relationships to us as well. So these are what our aims are really, to support the voluntary, community and private sectors to effectively safeguard children through policy, procedural advice and training. So training is a massive part of what we do, but also offering people advice on their policies and procedures around safeguarding is really important as well. And I'll talk about that a little bit more as well. To encourage organisations to reach recommended standards of safeguarding children and young people. So one of the ways we do that is through our policy checking service. We also offer something called SAFER certification, where if we've seen all your policies, seen some other bits of evidence as well, we can say that you're SAFER certified, and you can use that in advertising to the families, the parents, the carers that use your groups. You can let them know that you've received your SAFER certification. And also to develop and deliver high quality safeguarding children training. So I'm constantly reviewing the training that we offer, constantly evaluating. My personal aim is to make our safeguarding training the absolutely best it can be and the most up to date it can be. And again, that's another place where that relationship with the NSCP is really, really important. I can see that there is something in chat, but what I'll do is probably come back to that at the end, if that's okay. So just to briefly tell you about our team, there's me. I'm the coordinator for the SAFER programme. I've been in post now since January of last year. There's a team of 6 trainers that work for SAFER, and they all come from a variety of professional backgrounds. So we have an ex-police officer who previously worked in the Child Safeguarding Department of the Police. We have social workers, both currently in practice and previously in practice. We have early years specialists. We have a couple of people that are also foster carers. So a really wide range of expertise within the team. It's probably one of those things where if I put the 6 of them, their years professional experience together, I'm pretty confident it would come to over 100 years between them all. We also have business support within the team, Helen and Diane. So if you were to email in or phone us, the chances are you might speak to Helen or Diane. And they are really, I'd be lost without them really. You know, the team would absolutely collapse without them. But we are a small team, and I think again that's kind of one of our strengths as well, because we're very close knit. We've all got the same aims in terms of SAFER. So as I said, one of the main things we do is we run a variety of child safeguarding courses. These can be accessed by everyone, but if you're a member, you get them at a cheaper price. So that's one of the advantages of membership. Our course that has the biggest number of people is our Introduction to Safeguarding Children course. So when I look at the numbers kind of doing all of our courses, this is far and ahead of the one we put the most people through. The reason for that is that's the one that we recommend that anybody that's working with children or coming into contact with children completes this course. And we have some different variants of this course. So we have our standard Introduction to Safeguarding Children, which anyone can do. We have a version that's been developed particularly for those people that work in early years, so those people that work predominantly with children under the age of 5. And we also have our newest version, which is for people that work with sports groups and organisations. So there's kind of a version of that course to fit everybody. And if you're a SAFER member, that's one of the courses you can use your free spaces on. We have a designated safeguarding person course. So this course is recommended for the person that's going to take responsibility for safeguarding in your organisation, and also the person that would deputise for them. What we're looking at in this course is what the main areas of responsibility for a designated safeguarding person is, how to increase confidence for the person doing that role, how to make sure you've got robust policies and procedures in place. And we also look at the emotional impact of doing this kind of work, both for yourself as the designated safeguarding person and the other people in your organisation, and how you can support them. This course has recently been completely rewritten this year as well. We then have our core programme. This is an all-day course. I should have said the other two are both half-day courses. They're both 4 hours long. This one's an all-day course. And this is for those people that are likely to be involved in child protection meetings, child protection planning, carrying out the child protection plan. We have an Introduction to E-Safeguarding course. This is another new course. In this, we kind of talk about what e-safeguarding is, about having conversations with children and young people about their online activities, what some of the risks are, what you might do to mitigate against some of those risks. What we don't do is, for example, explain what Facebook is, what TikTok is, what, I can't remember what they're all called, what Twitter is, because those things change so rapidly. what it is a more generic about how do you have a conversation about these things. So no matter what children, young people are accessing, it's about giving you the tools to talk with them about that and how they might stay safer online. We have a safer recruitment course, which is for those responsible for recruiting either volunteers or paid people within their organisation. And then we have another one of our newer courses, which is Reflecting and Refreshing. This is for those people that have previously done designated safeguarding person or core programme, and then want to kind of take their knowledge that bit further, to kind of reflect on their knowledge, have a refresh. We look at a serious case review in detail in this course. It's a course that's very popular with both delegates and our team of trainers. All really enjoy delivering that. All of our courses can be delivered either face-to-face or online, and we use Zoom for our online delivery at the moment. They can also be delivered at a weekend, on a Saturday, in an evening or a daytime. So there's usually something that's going to suit people, depending what their other commitments are, what their availability is. So to talk through the benefits of membership then, and why you might want to sign up as a member rather than just access the training. So our membership costs have been £30 for most of our history. We've very recently reviewed that. For the majority of our members, about 70%, it's going to stay £30. But from August, there will be an increase for some members. So we've done that based on income. So if you're an organisation with an income below £250,000 a year, your membership will remain at £30 with no plans to change that. And then we're going to have two brackets up from that of £40 a year and £50 a year. So whichever of those brackets you fall into, you're going to get the same benefits. That kicks into play from August. So if you want to join up in the next 2 weeks, regardless of the size of your organisation or the income, that would be £30. But what you get for that is you get a resource pack that contains a lot of information about safeguarding. So information about legislation, what the contents of your policy should look like, things you need to think about. That's available online to our members. When you join, you get a password so that you can access that. You get access to me for advice and information. So I work 4 days a week. I'm available by email, by telephone call. Always happy to talk things through with any of our members about anything that might be concerning them, anything they're unsure about. For your membership, you also get 2 free training places at introduction level every 3 years. Once you've used those up, your remaining places are discounted, and you also get 20% off the cost of our all-day courses as well. As well as that, you get a discount on any courses the NSCP are running as well as safer membership. We send regular updates to our members. So we have a newsletter that goes out on the 1st of every month. That will contain any information about courses we're running, any information about courses the NSCP are running, any changes to legislation that there's been, any updates really. We hold workshops throughout the year for our members. So we hold one a month. Those are on topics like how to write a good safeguarding policy, how to have difficult conversations about safeguarding with parents and carers, how to talk to children you might be concerned about. So we try and run something different each month. Sometimes we run a bit of a rolling programme, so we might do one, and then if it's popular, we'll run it again in 3 months' time at a different time of day so that other people can access that. One of the big things that we can do is that we can check your policies and procedures for you. So how that works if you're a safer member is that you'll send your policy in to me. I'll give you a time frame as to when I can look at it. On average, that's usually a 2 to 3 week wait. So if you were to submit a policy to me today, I'd be able to give you initial feedback in 2 weeks because it's calmed down a bit now for the summer. And it's not a one-time thing. So you could send me your policy I'll give you some written feedback on it. You might then go away, make changes, send it back to me. And you can do that as many times as you like until you're really happy that your policy reflects what it needs to for your group. So that's something that I don't think anyone else really offers, and certainly not to the kind of in-depth degree that we do. And a lot of people do consider that their safer membership is worthwhile for that alone, because they find that so helpful. And the final benefit we have is we now have a Facebook group for all our members, just as an additional way of sharing information. So to find that and join that, you just have to search NSCP Safer Programme. It's not just for members, anyone's welcome to join. The only thing I would ask is that you answer the membership questions so that we can keep the group safe. So that's my whistle-stop tour of Safer. I'm going to stop sharing and come back to you all. I'm just going to see what the questions were in the chat, and then if anyone else has got any questions, please ask away.